Okay, buying a second-hand Mazda CX5. I'm gonna be starting with this old shape and this new shape and the facelift. And I found these vehicles on Autotrader. So this example we have right here for 2014 with 113,000 Ks on the clock, selling for 228,000 rands. It's giving too good to be true type of vibes. When I come across a car that I feel like is too cheap on here, I normally go through the pictures to see if I can't find any defects or any damages or any mismatching paintwork on the body, to see if maybe the vehicle may have had a respray. Probably could have been an accident or something like that. But this one, I can't really find any discrepancies on the body. But I still feel like this car is way too cheap. I understand 2014 was a long time ago. I mean, I even looked at a 2015 Mazda 2 with more mileage than this. It's just 1 year older. And it's selling for 144,000 rand. So I don't think it would make sense, at least in my view, it would make sense for this car to be priced like this. On paper, the condition of the vehicle doesn't warrant these sort of price tag. And on top of that, it's been sold in Kempton Park. And if you know anything about dodgy dealership locations, Kempton Park is one of those places. And then we have the same vehicle being sold at another dealership. This is the third dealership selling the same vehicle. And dealership number 4 selling the same vehicle. Sure, the differences in kilometers in all these dealerships, it's nothing, right? I understand that, someone else can say, listen, let me advertise this car for you, and I'm just going to put my markup on it. And whoever can sell it at the highest price, it's just going for that sort of thing. But for different dealerships, I feel like that's a bit of a stretch. And what does that mean? Anyways, so I did look around for examples for this shape Mazda CX5. And these are the prices that I think make sense for. Also, I'm looking at the dealerships that are selling them. So we have a 2015 Model 1, right? It's also automatic as well. This one has 174,000 Ks on it, and it's selling for 194,000 rands. And it's being sold by a Mazda dealership. And these examples as well, they are sold by franchise dealerships and used car dealerships that don't look suspicious, as I said before. And they go for around these sort of prices. This is where you should be looking at in terms of price ranges. Let's go on to this shape, CX5. So this is our second problem now. This is a newer shape, CX5, 2018, with supposedly 95,000 Ks on it, and it's selling for 174,000, basically 175,000 K. It is a manual version. The manual versions are slightly cheaper than the automatic versions, but still they're cheap. And the thing is with this one, right, the pictures on this are not of the best quality. So I couldn't really get a clear view on the condition of the vehicle body-wise because I'm not there to inspect it physically. But again, this is way too cheap. So now let's look at examples of similar models in this shape and see how much they're selling for, and also taking examples from reputable dealerships. And now we're looking at a 2017 model, right? This one has about 137,000 Ks on it, selling for 250,000 rands. And keep in mind that white one is a 2-liter active, which is the entry level, and this is the 2-liter dynamic. Right? So it's a higher trim level, even though it's a year younger. And this is the type of prices it's going for. This dealership, is it QB or Kubi? Right? I've heard good ratings on it, so we can somewhat rely on this dealership, right, for now. This one has slightly less mileage. It's being sold at an Isuzu dealer. Same trim level, 2-liter active auto, but look at the price on it. So far, 2 references. And the third one is a 2017, right, with a little bit more mileage. But look at the price, and it's also being sold by who? A franchise dealer. This is MG. Come to another 2018 model. This one is being sold by a Mazda dealer under the CMH group. Look at the price. And we have this one. This is a 2020. Yeah, it is a couple of years older, but it's still within the price range. So it wouldn't make sense for me to see 2018 Mazda CX5 selling for 174,000 rands and think that, oh, okay, this is a bargain. It's giving too good to be true. Now we continue. And now we come to this one, right? I'm going to say this one is within our average selling price for this type of SUV, right? So just because you see a model now that is in the price range that makes sense, that doesn't mean you still let your guard down. Because if you take a look at this one, there's a color mismatch there. Huh? From the front door going forward to the rear door going backwards, you can see that the colors don't match. So this car has been resprayed. If you go to them having an interest in this SUV and they don't mention that there's been a respray, I mean, that wouldn't be fair to you, because what would follow after them mentioning it has been in a respray, you're gonna want to know, why did you respray it? Was it an accident or what? I don't think they can say, no, we painted it because the color faded out because the sun burnt it or whatever. I mean, on the side only? I don't know. What kind of angle were you parking the car? So respray most likely has been in a fender bender. We don't know how big the impact was or how small the impact was, but definitely something happened to the car. And we come to the front of the vehicle, and I just hope that the bonnet wasn't closed properly, because if the bonnet is fully closed and we have a gap like this, and then we come here, right? Obviously, I'm gonna complain about the price because you already know, right? With this one, the bonnet just seems a bit off. I don't know, it just feels like something happened, it was repaired and it wasn't repaired properly, but maybe it just could be me, but this is how I see it. And then we come here, right? The side profile highlights another paint mismatch, right? As you can see from this side, the rear, and throughout the rest of the body on the side, the colors don't match. And also at the back of this vehicle, the lower end and the higher end part of the boot, the colors do not match. The lower part of the boot is much darker, and then the higher part of the boot is a little bit lighter. So possible respray. So with these vehicles that look suspicious, that are just way too cheap, they're probably cheap because they were in an accident and they were repaired, and they're not going to tell you that they were in an accident. If they do tell you and you still choose to buy, that's cool. Or they reverse the mileage, or these vehicles were stolen. If the vehicle was not stolen, was not in an accident, and the mileage wasn't reversed, then it probably has mechanical issues. You're not buying a car, you're buying a project. And then lastly, we have this. This is the facelift of this. So this is a even newer model. As you can see, it's a 2023. Supposedly it has 76,000 Ks on it, selling for 280,000. Even Autotrader themselves said that this car is below market value. Let's go look at 2023 examples from reputable dealers and see what's the price range. But before we go to looking at price ranges, this very same vehicle, right, we're gonna go to the back. I'm gonna show you here. Colors do not match. Right, I've highlighted this here and this, they don't match. So possible respray. Not possible, there was a respray. And we also have Uminier Lapo with 18,000 Ks on it. The price on this thing. Okay, the first reference when it comes to the 2023 Mazda CX5 is from Hyundai. Right? It's a franchise dealer. And what are they selling this for? 330,000 with 112,000 Ks on it. And then Mazda East-Rand, but Nakia 2023 model, selling for 360,000 with 40,000 Ks on it. And then ngapha Mazda or Moda JQ 4Ways, but we have one 370 for hours, and look at the mileage. Auto House Centurion, basically this is a VW franchise dealer. They're also saying 370 for theirs. It's a 2023 model. That's how you get to gauge what sort of price range the type of vehicle you're looking for goes for. Take a look at franchise dealers and known used car dealerships that have good rating, Mid-Mac, Wheelie, QB, Seaton cars and stuff like that. Right? Basically, those ones are much safer. They're more known, right? And we don't hear a lot of drama from them in regards to selling stolen cars, damaged cars, or any sort of nonsense that we don't want. Look at the type of prices they're selling these cars for, and then you look at the others, especially the ones that are in those weird places. If they're too cheap, then you need to wonder why they're too cheap. Right? Just keep your eyes out, and we'll definitely be making more videos like this, tackling different types of car models, right? So, and before I go, yes, a Mazda CX5, great car, reliable, right? Plus, it's low on the theft risk. So it is a great mid-size SUV, so Mazda is definitely underrated. It is just as reliable as the best of them, right? So stay tuned for more car-related content.